Hey there, my name is John, and I run the channels ARTV and Beyond ARTV on YouTube, and I was stolen from. By who, you ask? The Odyssey. More specifically, a man named Robert Wiener. Imagine that, a Wiener being a coward, too afraid to voice his own opinion, even though his description on this site, The Odyssey, says that it's okay to be weird and have your own opinions and stand by them. Imagine a Wiener being too afraid to write his own list of every Green Day album ranked worst to best, and copying my words while the video was down for copyright issues, posting it to the Odyssey in the meantime, and making it look like he posted it first because I had to re-upload my video. Well, thankfully I have the proof, and I've been aware of this for about 6 months and was trying to refrain from making this video, but it sets a precedent. If I just continue to allow things like this to happen and don't do anything and don't stand up for myself and for other creators who might have their work stolen from shitty publications that just plagiarize left and right like the Odyssey, well, someone has to do it. Someone has to say something, and I have contacted them several times, whether it be via email, via public tweets that I put out as recently as April. I am not getting any sort of response, and they haven't taken down the article, they haven't changed it. And if you're wondering, well, exactly what happened, John? What did he do? Did he just kind of take some of your ideas and post them in his own article for the Odyssey where he ranked Green Day's albums? No, it is literally word for word more often than not. Sure, maybe he shuffled up the ranking of some of the albums, but look at the description for these. I'll read some and then play clips of my video back to back. It's so obvious. Oh, and before I do that, might I show you that my original video that was eventually blocked worldwide due to copyright issues was uploaded March 15th of 2017. Mr. Wiener's article went up April 4th, while my video was initially down for copyright. I re-uploaded in mid-April because I didn't realize that I could dispute the copyright claim more than once, and when I did that the second time around, I actually won the claim and realized that the initial could have stayed up on YouTube. My mistake there, but the Odyssey and Mr. Wiener in particular probably thought, well, it's just gonna look like I put my article up first and he stole from me. Bitch, I got the proof. Taking a look at his Insomniac write-up here, let's see how closely this follows my video. Mr. Wiener had to write, Insomniac was probably the most difficult placement I had for this list. But why is that though? Because it's one of those records that undeniably has great songs all over it, but I often have a hard time coming back to it for a full listen, or even differentiating between some of the cuts from one another. Let's see what my video looked like. Insomniac was probably the most difficult placement I had for this list. Why Insomniac though? Because it's one of those records that undeniably has great songs all over it, but I often have a hard time coming back for a full listen, or even differentiating between some of the cuts from one another. Well, John, sometimes it just happens. Sometimes we just write things that are similar, you might be saying. Well, let's take a look and see if it was just a coinky-dink over there on Insomniac. Let's take a look at how he described Dookie, the super famous record. Wiener wrote, when it comes to Dookie, I know I'm definitely not all by myself when putting it near the top at number 4 on his list, different from mine, of their greatest albums. Green Day brought punk rock into the mainstream with this tidal wave of a record, sweeping the nation with beloved staples like Welcome to Paradise, When I Come Around, Basket Case, She, and Longview. When it comes to Dookie, I know I'm definitely not all by myself when putting it near the top at number 3 on a list of their greatest albums. Green Day brought punk rock to the mainstream with this tidal wave of a record, sweeping the nation with beloved staples When I Come Around, Welcome to Paradise, and the couch-ridden teens anthem Longview, songs I still play frequently to this day. Still not convinced that it's plagiarism? Well, let's see American Idiot, both of our number 1s on the list. Mr. Wiener, he's so about having opinions, not being afraid to put himself out there, be unique, be weird. What did he have to say that I didn't have to say? Wiener wrote, let's be honest, there's no contest when it comes to this one, folks. I can sit here and wax poetic for another hour about my favorite Green Day album of all time, but I'll try to make this short for you. American Idiot ranks at number 1 easily due to its overwhelming, all-encompassing narrative, grandiose instrumentals that range from piano to walloping guitar, and for its unbelievably intriguing story of the son of rage and love himself, Jimmy, the Jesus of Suburbia. I could sit here and wax poetic for another 25 minutes about my favorite album of all time, but I'll point you to the Green Day playlist linked down below, or else at the the end of the video if you want to see my full thoughts on it. American Idiot ranks at number 1 easily due to its overwhelming, all-encompassing narrative, grandiose instrumentals that range from piano to walloping guitar, and of course for its unbelievably intriguing story of the son of Ragin' Love himself, Jimmy, the Jesus of Suburbia. The Odyssey has a reputation. Robert Wiener now has a reputation. Go find him. Go track them down. Go comment on the article that is linked down below. Go comment and talk to the Odyssey on their Twitter, which I will also link below. They don't listen to me when I reach out to them, ask them to take it down, ask them to remove this, ask them how they're okay with plagiarism, but I guess I should know that they're all about plagiarizing when literally their Twitter feed is just stolen, relatable content. And the articles on their generous, loving website with such a great community, as Mr. Wiener so lovingly put it, is just a bunch of rehashed bullshit. And in this case, they didn't even try to rehash it and spin it in their own way. Mr. Wiener just wrote his own article. Oh, wait, no he didn't. He just wrote my article. He wrote my video. He took a script from my video and literally just sucked it in and put it in his article. Yes, I'm mad over this, but yes, I've also tried to avoid making this video because I reached out to them, like I said, privately asking them to do this, asking them to remove this. I know that people like ADoseofBuckley have had a problem with the Odyssey in the past, and it doesn't seem like they're doing anything to make this stop. So the question is, after I send my audience after them, asking them how they're okay with plagiarism, let's see how they respond and if they actually take it down. Like I said, head over to that article. There is a comment bubble that you can click, and if you got a Facebook account, then leave a comment on the article. If it's easier for you to tweet at the Odyssey, then that is linked down below too. Anyways, guys, that's all I have to say for this rant today. Call out the Odyssey. Make this stop because they sure as hell aren't listening to me. Thanks for watching the video. Drop a like. Go check out the Odyssey and see for yourself. The full article is down there and you can see the plagiarism along with a link to my Green Day Ranked video.